So do you sometimes struggle with fear or fearful of rejection or judgment or criticism? If so, then this video is for you. I'm Nikki Butler, also known as the Autistic Joyologist, and I was diagnosed autistic and ADHD in my mid-40s. I had spent decades of being told how I wasn't good enough, how I was a disappointment, how I didn't measure up to other people's expectations. And it led me to become really isolated. It led me to mask and camouflage and really try and show up as a version of myself that would please other people. I was really fearful of being found out, of being judged, of being rejected, or somebody telling me that I disappointed them or let them down. And really interestingly, I've been studying NLP recently, and I did my business practitioner course and loved it. And now I'm doing my master practitioner's course, and I'm working on a project. And the project is around authenticity. And when I think about what authenticity means to me, it's about my words and actions matching my beliefs and values. And I really thought about, do I want that outcome to be showing up authentically without fear? And here's something I realised about fear. So I am not entirely sure I will ever show up without fear because I've been exposed to it for so long. So I'm choosing to reframe it. So now when I have a feeling of fear, which for me will be a racing heart, I'll have a knot in my stomach, a feeling of kind of unease, I like to see that as an opportunity to show up with courage. So courage is one of my core values. And I think if I notice fear, I know I'm safe. We have misappropriated fear in modern society. So fear was great back in caveman, cavewoman days. Fear was really helpful. It helped you respond and run from a tiger, run from the bear, like fight and protect your tribe. We needed fear to kickstart adrenaline and cortisol and get us through the dangerous situation and back to safety. We don't really need it in modern day society. So I like to think of this as misappropriated fear. You know, I'm in a safe environment. Nothing terrible is going to happen to me if I show up authentically or if I step out as the real me and share my opinions and act in a way that is congruent and true to me. So when I now feel the fear response, I think this is an opportunity to show up with courage. And that means that my actions and my words match my values and my beliefs, no matter whether there is discomfort and vulnerability. And when I feel fear, I think it's an opportunity to show up with courage. And then when that happens, that flip in the mindset happens, and I am embracing something that I've always perceived as a negative experience for me and turning it into an opportunity to have a really positive experience, that feels it feels inspiring. It feels like it's motivating, and it's an opportunity for me to grow. And so then when I go into a situation in that space, I feel that I can show up authentically with courage, and I can be open to the learning experiences that are around me. And I realise that that's an opportunity to change a limiting belief and to change a pattern that I've experienced for many years. And I wonder if you often feel fear and what that fear is about. Maybe it's a fear of rejection or judgment for the way that you are. Maybe you have a fear that others won't receive your ideas or your suggestions in a positive way. And I did some work on a mastermind program with Daniel Priestley, and he talked about something called with or without you energy. And how I've used that alongside reframing fear and showing up with courage is I'm going to do it with or without you energy. So I am going to be true to myself. I would love it if we could connect, if you were on board with me, if you agreed with me, if you were with me. But if you're not, I am still going to be this version of me without you. And what that then leads on to is a belief that we all have our own unique perspectives, our own unique ways of being. And so if I can show up with or without you energy, I'm going to connect with you if you have the same beliefs and values and opinions as me on this particular subject. If you don't, I still hold those same values and beliefs without you, but it gives me the opportunity to learn another perspective, to have respect for the fact we're all different. We all show up in our own unique ways that are equally valuable. And so the outcome of taking a position that was of fear, of rejection, of failure, of judgment, and moving it through to being an opportunity to have courage, to show up with or without you energy, to connect with those of you that are with me, and to learn from those of you and respect those of you that aren't with me, that's such a calm and balanced place. And that feels really good. That is the basis of my project for my NLP Master Practitioner Programme. And I'm going to share more of this with you because part of the programme is I have a project to work on where I am going to be able to create that as a process that I can share with you and pass on for you to be able to transform and change that fear to show up authentically and turn fear into courage and authenticity and with or without you energy for a positive outcome. If you've got any thoughts on that at this stage, drop your comments below, reach out on socials, drop me an email, hello@autisticgeologist.co.uk. I will keep you posted.